Hello dear students, in this video I'll solve the questions from CBSE sample paper for the year 2022-23 for applied mathematics. In this video I'll solve the questions from section A. Now first we will see the general instructions which is given in this sample paper. The time allowed is 3 hours and the maximum marks is 80. We have 5 sections A, B, C, D and E, and then the weightage for each section is given here. Section A carries 20 marks, B carries 10 marks, C carries 18 marks, D carries 20 marks and E carries 12 marks weightage. We have section A which comprises of 20 MCQs of 1 mark each. Section B comprises of 5 very short answer type questions of 2 mark each. Section C has 6 short answer type questions of 3 marks each. Section D has 4 long answer type questions of 5 marks each. And finally section E, it has 3 case studies and each case study question comprises of 3 case based questions where 2 questions are very short answer type questions of 1 mark each and 1 question is of short answer type of 2 marks. We have internal choice which is provided in the short answer type question in each case study. And then in addition, internal choice is provided in 2 questions of section B, 2 questions of section C and 2 questions of section D. It is enough if we attempt only one of the alternatives in those internal choice question. So these are the instructions which are given in the sample question paper for the session 2022-23. And now let us solve the questions from section A. In section A, all questions are compulsory. No internal choice is provided in this section and all questions are of MCQ type. We have to choose one correct answer in this question. What is the least value of x that satisfies x congruent to 27 mod 4 when 27 less than x less than or equal to 36? So we need to find the least value of x. We have to see this is very important. We have to find the least value of x that satisfies x congruent to 27 mod 4. Now x congruent to 27 mod 4, the meaning is that x minus 27, it is divisible by 4. So x minus 27 is equal to 4k, where k is any integer. And now it is given x varies from 27 to 36. Now let us check each values and see. When x is 28, then we have 28 minus 27 equal to 1. It is not divisible by 4. When x is 29, then 29 minus 27 is 2. Again it is not divisible by 4. When x is 30, we get 30 minus 27, 3. Not divisible by 4. When x is 31, 31 minus 27 equal to 4. It is divisible by 4. So when x is 31, we get 31 minus 27 equal to 4 into 1, where 1 is an integer. So the least value of x which satisfies x congruent to 27 mod 4 is 31. So this is the least value of x. The correct option is option C. Now we have the next question. Let p greater than 0 and q less than 0 and p, q belong to z. Z means the set of all integers. So we have this p as positive integer and q as a negative integer. Then choose the correct inequality from the given below options to complete the statement. So here we have to insert the correct inequality here. In the left hand side we have p plus q and the right hand side we have p minus q. So we have to check which inequality is correct. Here it is given q is less than 0. So it is given q is less than 0. It means 2q is also less than 0. Say for example, if q is minus 4 less than 0, then minus 8. 2 into minus 4, it is also less than 0. 2q is less than 0 means q plus q is less than 0. Or here we have q less than minus q. Here I am transposing 1q to the right hand side. So q is less than minus q. Since it is given This p, it is a positive integer. We can add this p to the left hand side and the right hand side. This implies p plus q less than p minus q, since p greater than 0. So, the correct option is p plus q less than p minus q. So, the correct option is option D. It is less. Moving on to the next question. A machine makes car wheels, and in a random sample of 26 wheels, the test statistic is found to be 3.07. As per the T distribution test of 5% level of significance, what can you say about the quality of wheels produced by the machine? We have the value, table value of T at 5% level of significance and 25 degrees of freedom as 2.06. So, here it is given a machine makes car wheels, and from a random sample of 26 wheels, the test statistic T was found to be 3.7. So, mod T was found to be 3.07, sorry. And here the table value is given as T for 5% level of significance and 25 degrees of freedom, the value is 2.06. So, here the null hypothesis is the mean is equal to the population mean mu naught. So, that is the null hypothesis. That is, the wheels are of same quality, and the alternate hypothesis is mu not equal to mu naught. Here we have the calculated value of T more than the table value of T, which means we have to reject H naught. So, the car wheels are not of the same required quality. Since we are rejecting H naught, it means the car wheels which are produced, it is not of the required quality. On the other hand, it has to be of inferior quality. Here, as far as the dimensions of wheels are concerned, there is no point of superior quality at all. Whatever should be the dimensions of the wheel, it has to be accurate. Otherwise, the quality is not good. If the dimensions are more also, it is of inferior quality. If the dimensions are less also, it is of inferior quality. So, the answer is B, inferior quality. Next question, for the purpose of T test of significance, a random sample of size n 34 is drawn from a normal population. Then the degrees of freedom nu is. Now we know the relationship between degrees of freedom and the sample size as far as this T test is concerned. It is given n is 34, then the degrees of freedom nu is, it is given by n minus 1. So it is 34 minus 1, which is 33. Correct option is option B. Next question, a person can row a boat along the stream of the river at this 10 km per hour and against the stream in 6 km per hour. What is the speed of the stream flow? Now this is very easy. Now when the speed of the boat along the stream or downstream is given, speed of the boat against the stream or upstream is given, then we can calculate the speed of the stream as difference between these two divided by 2. So, speed of the boat downstream u is given as 10 km per hour. Then speed of the boat upstream, it is given as 6 km per hour. We usually give the notation as u and v for this. So, the speed of the stream is given by u minus v by 2. So, it is 10 minus 6 by 2, 4 by 2, which is 2 km per hour. The correct option is option B. Next question, standard deviation of a sample from a population is called standard error, parameter, statistics, central limit. Here it is given standard deviation of a sample. So, all those values corresponding to the sample, it is called statistic. So, if we have the mean of the sample or standard deviation of the sample or proportion of the sample, all those represent statistic. On the other hand, if we have values corresponding to the population, then it is called parameter. Here we have standard deviation of a sample. So it is statistic. Next question. We have two water supplying trucks A and B supply water to remote areas. Truck A is carrying 100 liters of water to a village 1.5 kilometer away, and truck B is delivering 80 liters of water to another village 1 kilometer away. Due to bad road conditions, each truck loses 20 ml of water while traveling each meter distance. Which truck is able to deliver more water and by how much more? So here we have two trucks A and B which supply water to remote areas. A is carrying 100 liters of water to a village which is 1.5 kilometer away, and truck B is carrying 80 liters of water to another village 1 kilometer away. And it is also given because of bad road conditions, each truck loses 20 ml of water for each meter. This is 20 ml per meter. Whereas here the distance each truck traveling is given, it is in kilometers. So we have to be careful with the units. We need to find which truck is able to deliver more water and by how much more. So first let us find for truck A. Here truck A travels 1.5 kilometer. 1.5 kilometer, if we convert into meters, it is 1500 meters. And then truck A loses. So for 1 meter each truck loses, for 1 meter each truck loses 20 ml. So for 1500 meters, this truck A loses 1500 into 20 ml, or it is 30,000 ml. This 30,000 ml is nothing but it is 30 liters. As a result, this truck A, it carries a total of 100 liters. It loses 30 liters. As a result, it delivers 100 minus 30 equal to 70 liters. And next we have for truck B. Here truck B, it delivers 80 liters of water to another village which is 1 kilometer away. So truck B travels 1 kilometer or 1000 meter. And then for every meter, truck B also loses 20 ml. So for 1000 meter, it loses 1000 into 20 ml or 20,000 ml. This 20,000 ml is nothing but it is 20 liters. As a result, this truck B, it delivers 80 minus 20 liters. 80 minus 20, which is 60 liters. So from these two we can see that this truck A delivers 70 liters. It delivers more water. So truck A delivers more water, and it is asked by how much more. How much more is more water equal to 70 minus 60 equal to 10 liters. So truck A delivers more water and it delivers this much amount, 10 more liters. So the correct option is option C. Next we have, what is the face value of a sinking fund that yields a dividend of rupees 1800 at 10% semi-annually? I think this should be bond, because bond only has a face value. Now we need to find the face value of a bond whose dividend is 1800 at rate of interest given as 10% semi-annually. So we know the formula for the periodic dividend payment. It is given by R is equal to F into ID, where F is the face value. Periodic dividend payment is given as rupees 1800 and the interest rate is given as 10% and it is compounded semi-annually. So it is 10% divided by 2, or it is 10 by 200. So from this we get 1800 equal to F into 10 upon 200, or we get F as 36,000 rupees. So the correct option is option D. Next we have the next question. In the given figure, the area bounded by a curve x is equal to f of y, then the y-axis and abscissa y equal to a and y equal to b is equal to. So we need to find the area bounded by this curve. It is given here. When we consider area bounded by a curve, we only consider the magnitude or the value that we obtain from the integral as far as area under the curve is concerned. So whether the curve is on the positive side or on the negative side, we will consider only the modulus of that value. So as a result, here since we have the curve as f of y, the correct option is the area bounded by this curve. It is integral a to b mod f of y dy. So the correct option is option C. Next question. A factory production is delayed for 3 weeks due to breakdown of a machine and unavailability of spare parts. Under which trend oscillation does this situation fall under? So here the factory production is delayed due to some unavoidable reason like breakdown of machine and unavailability of spare parts. So among all these, the correct option is irregular oscillation or irregular trend. It does not fall under seasonal or cyclic or all secular trend. It falls under irregular trend. Next question. A newspaper printing machine cost rupees 4,80,000 and estimated scrap value of rupees 25,000 at the end of its useful life of 10 years. What is the annual depreciation as per linear method? So this is very easy. We know what is the formula for annual depreciation. Using that formula, here we have the cost of the machine, the scrap value and the useful life. When we substitute all these, we will get the value of depreciation. So we know D is equal to cost of the machine minus scrap value upon life of the machine. Cost of the machine is 4,80,000. Scrap value is given as 25,000 upon its useful life, N is 10. So this is 4,55,000 divided by 10, or it is 45,500. The correct option is option B. Next question. In the given figure 1, what is the LPP shaded region known as? So this we are familiar. The shaded region, it is known as the feasible region. This is the feasible region. So the correct option is option A, feasible region. Next question. General solution of differential equation y log y dx minus x dy equal to 0 is. So here we need to find the general solution of this differential equation. First let us write this equation. Y log y dx minus x dy equal to 0, or minus x dy equal to minus y log y dx, minus minus cancel. So dy by y log y, variable separable, equal to dx by x. We are collecting all y terms to one side and all x terms to another side. Now let us integrate both sides. So for integrating this, let us use integration by substitution. Put log y equal to t, then dy by y equal to dt. So if we substitute here, dy by y will be dt and log y will be t. Integral dt by t equal to integral dx by x. Now if we integrate, we get log mod t equal to log mod x plus log mod c. T we have taken as log y. So it is log of log y equal to, here it is of the form log a plus log b, it is log ab. So here log x plus log c is log mod xc. Here we have log of log y equal to log mod xc. So if we raise both sides to e, we will get log y equal to mod xc. Log y equal to mod xc. Now this log y, it is to the base e. So by definition of logarithm, we get y is equal to e raised to mod cx. So the correct option is option B. Y is equal to e raised to mod cx. Moving on to the next question. An investment of rupees 10,000 becomes rupees 60,000 in 4 years. Then the compound annual growth rate is given by. This is also very easy. The ending value is given, it is 60,000. Starting value is given, it is rupees 10,000. And n is given as 4 years. Compound annual growth rate, it is given as ending value upon starting value, the whole raised to 1 by n minus 1 into 100. So ending value is 60,000, starting value is 10,000, whole raised to 1 by n is 4 minus 1 into 100. So this is 6 raised to 1 by 4 minus 1 into 100. 6 raised to 1 by 4 is nothing but it is 4th root of 6 minus 1 into 100. So the correct option is option C. Moving on to the next question. In what ratio shall I add water to the liquid detergent costing rupees 480 per liter to get resulting mixture worth rupees 300 per liter? So we need to find the ratio in which we have to add water to a liquid detergent costing rupees 480 per liter, so that the resulting mixture is worth rupees 300 per liter. So here let us use the rule of alligation. So if we have water here and the detergent here, the price of water is 0 and the price of detergent is given as 480. The mean price that we require, it is 300. So here we have 480 minus 300, it is 180, and here we have 300 minus 0, which is 300. So water is to detergent, it is equal to 180 is to 300, or it is 3 is to 5. So the correct option is option C. So the ratio of water to detergent is 3 is to 5. Only then the mean resulting mixture, it will be worth rupees 300 per liter. Next question. A grain wholesaler visits the granary market. While going around to make a good purchase, he takes a handful of rice from random sacks of rice in order to inspect the quality of farmer's produce. The handful of rice taken from a sack of rice for quality inspection is now to check the quality of some amount from a huge amount, we will take a sample. So the handful of rice which is taken from a sack of rice, it is called sample. statistic and parameter represents the value which a sample take, or parameter represents the value which a population takes. So these two are ruled out. This is not population also. Only a handful of rice is taken from a sack of rice. So it is a sample. The correct option is option D. Next question. For predicting the straight line trend in the sales of scooters in 1000 on the basis of 6 consecutive years data, the company makes use of 4-year moving averages method. If the sales of scooters for respective years are A, B, C, D, E and F respectively, then which of the following average will not be computed? So we need to find the option in which the average will not be computed. So if we want to find the 4-year moving average, then we will take 4 consecutive years moving average and we will proceed. So if we have A, B, C, D, E and F, here we will find a average of A, B, C and D. And then here we will find average of B, C, D and E. And then we will find the average of C, D, E and F. So these 3 options are correct. On the other hand, we will not find the average of A, C, D and E without without including B. We will not find the average of A, C, D and E. It is of no use. So the correct option is option C. Finding the average of A, C, D and E, it does not account to 4-year moving averages method. So this average we will not compute. The correct option is option C. Next question. In a school, a random sample of 145 students is taken to check whether a student's average calorie intake is 1500 or not. The collected data of average calories intake of sample students is presented in a frequency distribution which is called a, so here the data of sample statistic of a sample, it is called sampling distribution. So the collected data of average calories intake of sample students which is presented as a frequency distribution, it is a sampling distribution. And next we have the assertion reason question. It is given for question 19 and 20. 2 statements are given, one labeled assertion and the other labeled reason. Select the correct answer to these questions from the codes 1, 2, 3 and 4 as given below. The first code is both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of the assertion. Then we have the second subdivision. Here both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of the assertion. The third is A is true but R is false, and the fourth is A is false but R is true. So these are the 4 options which are given. Now let us take the 19th question. The assertion is Kuhu and Beena are 2 equally capable badminton players. Probability that Beena will beat Kuhu in 3 games out of 4 is 25%. So this is the assertion. First we have to check whether the assertion is true or not, and we have to check whether the reason is true or not. The reason is the capability of R successes in n trials denoted by probability of x equal to R is given by probability of x equal to R equal to NCR, P raised to R, Q raised to n minus R, where R equal to 0 to n, P denotes probability of success and Q denotes probability of failure in each trial. So here we can see that the reason is true. Now we know the formula for binomial distribution. So this is true. Now let us check whether the assertion is true or not. Here in this case, it is given Kuhu and Beena are 2 equally capable badminton players. So probability that Beena wins, it is equal to Beena wins equal to probability of Bina loses equal to half. Since they are two equally capable badminton players, probability of success equal to probability of failure equal to half. And then it is given probability that Bina will beat Kuhu in 3 games out of 4 is 25%. So here n is 5. N is 4. So this is a binomial distribution and we need to find probability of x is equal to 3. So this is the formula for finding probability of R successes. That is probability that Bina will beat Kuhu in 3 games. It is given by probability of x is equal to 3. It is equal to NCR. N is 4, C3. Then P is half. Half raised to 3. Q is also half. Half raised to 4 minus 3, which is 1. So this is 4 into 1 by 2 raised to 4. So this is equal to 1 by 4, which is 0.25 or it is 25%. So this is also true. Assertion is also true. Reason is also true. And R is this reason is the correct explanation of this assertion. We are using this formula to find whether probability that Bina will beat Kuhu in 3 games out of 4 is 25%. So both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of the assertion. So the first subdivision is correct. So the correct option is option A. Now moving on to the last question of section A. Again it is an assertion reason question. The assertion is if the nominal interest rate is 12.5% and inflation is 2%, then the effective rate of interest is 10.5%. Now we know the effective rate of interest, it is given by nominal rate minus inflation, minus the inflation rate. So nominal rate is 12.5% and inflation is 2%. So it is 10.5%. So this is true. The assertion is true. And next we have the reason. If the interest is calculated only at the end of an year, then the effective rate of interest is same as the nominal rate of interest. This is also true. Nominal rate of interest is nothing but it is the interest rate which is compounded per annum. If the interest is calculated only at the end of the year, then effective rate of interest will also be compounded per annum. So these both will be equal. The reason is also true. But this reason is not the correct explanation of this assertion. So the correct option is the second option. Both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So the correct option is option B. So these are the questions from section A. I hope this video was useful for you. In my next video, I will continue with sample paper solution. Thank you for watching.